Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday! I'm Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. Coming to you live from a bakery because there's construction being done on my house, so it's loud, and the dude that's doing it is singing, not quietly, I might add. So here we are, but I do really love this bakery because it has these little swinging chairs. Can you see? They're connected to the ceiling, and then it's so peaceful. You got little flowers on it. It's so peaceful. New local for Brit, right? Right. So that's where I am. Uh, I am so happy to see all these peeps in the chat. We're going to get into a 45, but first I'm going to let my lovely co-host introduce herself. What? Introduce herself. What?
Good morning, y'all. I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I be writing, I be reading, I be creating. If that's something you think you can get interested in, definitely check me out.
Yeah. Do that. So, we're going to start at 45, and I am just going to do lots of different things. I may finish listening to this podcast. I may finish listening to this song. I have an obsessive personality, so I just heard this song in a snippet on Instagram, and now of course, I had to go look it up, and now it's been on repeat for the past 30 minutes. But it's giving me really good ideas for like book promo, bookish announcements coming your way from this spot soon. And who knows, maybe the Friday crew will get an early access exclusive before even Instagram gets it. Who is to know? Not me. But anyway, let's get into our first sprint. We're going to do a 45 with this distinguished gentleman.
Are we not
Let's
saying
call
hi to
him.
people before this break?
Oh, that's why you got to have co hosts because I came in late and hot. So let's do it. Felicia, good morning. We got Pat, good morning. K Parquet. I don't know that I've ever met you before. It's so wonderful to see you in the chat. We hope you stay a while. James Too Good. I think maybe I've seen you before, but it's been a while. So if that is the case, welcome back. And then Vina, good morning. Yeah, new local. I love this place. They have like Vietnamese snacks and Thai snacks. I like it very much living my best fall life. I'm a fan of it. I'm usually with the heart breathing community running sprints for them. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. All right. Now we're going to get into our first sprint. Let me know in the chat what y'all are reading or doing this morning. And we'll be back after this good old 45. For those of you who are new to my channel, my laptop, which may be getting replaced after Black Friday, if I'm not on the tab of this timer, the timer will stop, but it's still tallying. So when I go back to the screen, it like jumps to where it's supposed to be. So if you come back and you're like, the timer is frozen, it's just because I'm not on the tab, but it's still going, and we will not be here for longer than 45 minutes. Thank you. So just letting you know. All right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Barking with Benjamin. Okay, that was our first one. Um, I had to back up so y'all could hear the dog barking. I did a lot of, well, a lot. Yeah, I did a lot of good stuff. I'm glad that I finished what I finished. Let some people come in. James Tudor is working on a fan fiction today. Oh, love a good fanfic. Working on edits from your editor. Yes, please smash that like button. Absolutely. Good morning, Angela. Yes, your residency application. You got it. I remember you telling us about that last week. Sorry. Um, good morning, KJ. How are you? Atia, wow, a long time no see. How are you? Yes, my laptop, I have to babysit it. So when I'm not on the app, it'll stop. Um, okay. Good morning, Courtney. General Manager Pat is on the case. Thank you, thank you. I think I prefer Pat's explanation to James. My laptop does not suck. She's a little geriatric and she has limitations, but that doesn't mean that she's a bad laptop. She has her limitations, as we all do. So, as General Manager Pat said, I'm aware of it. It happens when I'm multitasking. These are the taxes we pay. Um, good morning. James wrote 543 words. Amazing. 66% done with The Princess of Thornwood Drive. What's that about? Reading Crook Manifesto by Colson Whitehead. Ooh, okay. Shay, how'd that spring go for you? Oh, when I mute you, can you not unmute yourself?
Yeah, you muted me. Yeah, so I can't do anything. It's like because it's your stream. So
I didn't know that. I muted you because when you were doing whatever with the plates, it was loud. But I didn't know that it was like punitive.
yeah. I ate breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Listening to Murder is a Piece of Cake by Valerie Burns. Why do I feel like I've maybe if not heard that title, heard of that author before?
Because she's a Black cozy mystery author, and she's been
Oh,
talked about. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like in the last few streams, a few people have been reading her.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, and it's an audiobook. Now I have to hop on it. Angela, thanks for being a new subscriber. I write um, fantasy, speculative fiction, and Christian romance. So those are my genres, and I do not have a book out yet. But if you stick around on Friday's Friends, y'all may be the first to hear about some exciting 2024 news. Oops, there's already some right there. Little razzle dazzle. So nothing yet, but heavy on the yet. It's a genre mix, but it follows two sisters, and one is left nonverbal after an accident and lives in her own fantasy world. I was not expecting that at all. A literal fantasy world, or like just imaginations in her head. And the other sisters help me take care of her while going to school. You be coming across the most interesting things. I didn't get that from the title with the princess. I didn't get that. Shay, do you know this book? Is it being spoken about in the Discord that I'm still locked out of?
No, nah. Today we've been talking about dummies who decided to tweet out, why isn't there racial trauma in a book set in Alabama at a HBCU for Black children, and I was just like, your mama should have swallowed you.
Oh, Shay.
Well, it's how I felt. Because who raised you? Why are you a grown man out here advocating for Black children to read about racial trauma when they have to live it every day and see it in the media? Like, who raised you? They shouldn't have.
Mercy. Reading Homecoming and the Covenant. Homecoming by Yagyasi, and then another book, The Covenant of Water.
Two different books or one title?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand.
I think we're answering the same question. Wait a minute. Because I'm curious.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a lot going on in one title. I was reading Jada Pinkett Smith's memoir. People are on her head. And the consensus is we're tired of being in your business. We want you to take us out of the group chat. We want you to take us out of the group chat. We want you to take us off your close friends on Instagram.
I second that motion. Can we have a third? The ayes have it. Motion passed. Okay.
Motion passes. Take us out of the group chat.
At this point, why?
Please take us off the close friends on Instagram. We're not trying to see what's behind the scenes. And like, let's just also say we love Will. Why are you clowning this man? He ain't done nothing to nobody besides Chris Rock.
Like literally, like for me, it's like this man put out a whole biography first, the whole memoir first, and they say nothing. And then you put out the memoir, and it's like, I just was like, bro, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, so we couldn't be on the same page. We've been on the same page.
We can't be a unit.
Same page for this. Okay, cool. Because we've been on the same page through this horrid divorce on the air, not on paper thing. But right here is where we were like, nah, okay.
Which is strange to me anyway. But I'm just like, I don't know. Why are you clowning this man? Like, he slapped someone in the face for you.
It's definitely a phrase for a reason. It's cheaper to keep her. It's definitely a phrase for a reason.
Mercy. She got her own money.
Right, they both have to pay out. It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that. And one is definitely more wealthier than the other one. It doesn't matter that they're both wealthy.
But at this point, I'm like, Will, beloved, is it worth it? Is it worth it, honey? Because at this point,
because at this point, the legacy is gone now. We like know. So the legacy is already, whatever y'all were trying to keep us from knowing, we know at this point. So it's kind of
she's tired of keeping the secret.
The illusion is gone.
She's tired of keeping the secret.
So at this point,
it's very gone. Just go ahead and release her to her own recognizance, truly, because had you cut it before the slap, you'd have 3 movies on tap. Whatever money she gonna take from you, you can make it back.
Right.
She's not gonna bankrupt you, but at this point, she done sullied your image.
I was so confused when he slapped him because wait a minute, so you were confused too, like, girl.
The fact that she said that, I'm like, Jada.
Nobody. I wouldn't have told nobody. I
wouldn't have told anybody, even if I was confused. Even if I was like, babe, I didn't want you to really do it.
The most who would have known is God and my therapist, let me tell you, because nobody else. I wouldn't have told nobody else that.
I'd have been like, listen, I didn't think he was really going to slap her.
Had to go to work that Monday because of that and deal with the backlash from that. And half of us is, this was ridiculous. The other half is he protected his wife. For you to be like, I ain't even really his wife. Girl.
Yo, that was wild.
Girl.
I don't even understand the divorce in the air premise. I'm just like, I know about divorce and I know about divorce. I don't know about the rest of it.
The 7 years
For what?
Is the crazy. For 7 years is the crazy part.
Mercy. Hold on. Let me catch back up on these comments. Amazing. Support. Good luck to her. We need more good ones out here. Mm. Yeah, I could see how he was like, "Where's the honest representation?" But honest representation doesn't mean we have to go see a lynching. Like, you can mention that something happened without throwing it up
You don't
there,
know
but
that there's
also
not
like
honest
good things
representation.
happen
The book
too.
isn't out. The book isn't out. And just because there's not racial trauma on the page doesn't
What's
mean
the
there's
book?
not racism in the book. Doesn't mean that doesn't come up. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't. It's the wording of racial trauma for me where I'm just like, well,
right? Why would you want
because
that
it's
in
not
the
like
book?
you
Like,
can't include that it's you don't have to put a lynching on the page for kids to know that racism existed in
right.
in the 1900 whenever the book is set. Like, racism exists now.
This book is set now. He's going to a HBC. You could literally allude to the fact that he went to a predominantly white high school, and that's why he chose to go to a HBCU. And there you go. Racism made his face known, and it didn't have to be the center of the book. Like, again, it doesn't make sense. Like, no,
Oh, I
it
don't
doesn't, because
understand the advocacy for racial trauma then. I thought it was like in the past.
Exactly. Right. It doesn't make sense. Then you wanted to compare it to children of blood and bone. Boy, sit down. That's why I handed you several seats in my tweets, because you didn't make no sense. First of all, I don't even know why you comparing her to him, because one is a Black American, one is a African American, a completely different situation. One ain't set in America, one is completely two different situations. And I just had my blood boiling.
That's a strange. That's strange.
Literally, he was like, we already have one Afro fantasy that's full of revisionist history. It's not even set in America. I don't know how you got revisionist history from Blood and Bone. Children of Blood and Bone is supposed to be history. It's not even set in America. Like, why does it even, like, what are you talking about?
That's what happens. People just be using words. Like,
just be using words. Like, I don't think that word means. Then somebody else was like, well, the hallmarks of magical realism require this. Is it? First of all, I read a whole magical realism book that don't even touch on anything at all that has to do with society at all. It literally deals with a girl and her shyness. Shut up. You learned a new word and just decided to go up, boy. So again, like I said, grown men advocating for racial trauma to Black books meant for Black children is always going to give who the F raised you. Who?
Is this the Wahite man?
No, these are Black men coming for another Black man.
What's the book?
A Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. He dropped the cover.
Oh, I did just see JL post something about that, Blood at the Root. That's a title though. He said y'all can keep doing these same titles. Not I.
Not
me, myself, and I.
It's a theme. It's like everything. Like everything about it, I'm looking forward to. When's the last time we read a Black author writing at HBCU? Let's start there.
Because we all know about other Black books that have been set in places where there's been more representation on school campuses, and it was not there.
If you want to go read Racial Trauma, Police Brutality for the sake of it being there, go read a Tiffany D. Jackson book.
Go read any other book. Like, there's lots out there.
Literally. Because if you want to read a book with a Black boy facing racial trauma that I think was honestly a decent, really good book, go read The Taking of Jake Livingston. Give that man your coins, but don't come for this man because he don't want to do the same stuff that's been done and act like the book don't have the accuracy. Then somebody was like, well, I mean, the United States was founded on racism. Okay, so are you asking every white person that writes a book in the United States to address the racism of the country in their book?
Because they sugar ain't doing that.
Shut up. Y'all not going to ask this Black man on his debut novel who said his mission was to write a book without police brutality and racial trauma with a Black boy at the center and come for him. No. Now, if the book come out and the book ain't what it's supposed to be, by all
means,
a different conversation. You have nothing to stand on. Because you don't even know.
It hasn't even come out yet. Exactly.
It's not even out.
Exactly. That was Brittany Morris.
Was that who that was? I ain't read it.
Slay. Yeah, I remember the cover. It was beautiful. There were lots of colors. It's not. I think it.
Because I want to say, did she have like an afro? like a curly fro.
Yes, yeah. And it's like blues and pinks. It was really beautiful. And she was like, she had
It's
made
like
a
a
video
video
game
game
or
thing, right?
something.
It's a gamer thing,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I was
Yep.
super interested, and then I was like, I can't do it. I
I
can't do
couldn't.
it.
I think it was the no, I don't remember what turned me off. I think I'm just not a, we know I'm not a contemporary person. So I was like, I want to do it. I want to read it to support. That's not my genre. I just can't. I leave that to Shay.
Because I'm reading mine, and wow, the talking snake is amazing, and it's keeping me going. The rest of the book got me like, baby.
Oh, have y'all seen my nails? I don't know if you can see them. They're like
they got like leaves
knit.
on them. All leaves.
No, it's like a knit pattern, like a sweater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
So what about that? So what about that?
Yeah, like I was like, okay, so white kids can fight dragons and monsters and whatever other creatures, but black kids got to fight white people all the time. I'm sorry, but I love the black boys in my life more than apparently y'all do, because I refuse to tell them this is all they get to read.
Yeah. What's the point then? Like, what's the point of fantasy? You're doing the same thing as contemporary.
I would not read. Like, if we want to encourage black children to read, why would you want to read about the same stuff you have to deal with day in and day out? Why would you want to read books that really, literally don't even have happy endings half the time? The happy ending is they lived? Really? They're alive?
That's the most they can expect out of life is to survive.
Because White Smoke, it literally was that she was alive at the end of the book. Because what else? Nothing was solved.
Yeah, no. Because that's the majority of them.
Right.
Yeah, slaves. Okay, yeah. I didn't think it was fantasy. I tried, but every time I try to read a contemporary book, I get through chapter 1 and then I'm like, I'm just gonna stop it for today. Famous last words. I don't like that. It's not even out yet.
It's not even out yet. That's why I was like, that's why I said, like, I was like, y'all not, no.
I thought that it was.
I have been excited about his book since I saw him pitch. When I saw the pitch before he ever had an agent, because I've been working on an HBCU book for forever, and nobody else I know writes HBCUs. Like everyone, because that's not.
Snap. That was him that was doing that tweet with all the memes.
That was him.
I can't wait for this book. I didn't.
That was him.
So long ago.
It was so long ago. That's what I said. Like,
no, I'm excited.
I've been following you since I saw the pitch. Like, you don't know. Like, I've been waiting for this book. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like literally, if the book comes out and the book ain't what it is, cool. Give your opinion. But off of first of all, the artwork is beautiful. Yeah, it's giving very good black boy. It's giving stories we do not get. First of all,
when is it coming out?
Black kids in college. It's already hard for y'all to write black kids in college, let alone in college with other black kids. It's like y'all don't want to be around other black kids we've seen, because this obviously isn't the book for you. If that's what you expected, cool. So now we got a book that's asking for what we've been asking for, and y'all doing this. Because I definitely don't see
there are people in his circle who are being kind to him in this moment.
For books that cover sexual assault. Like, can we please have more books with sexual assault? Because kids need to know. What the hell? Like, think about that. Like, think about how stupid that sounds. But when it comes to being black, it makes sense. No. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to accept that.
Makes sense. Okay.
I'm so excited.
I'm ready.
I hope they create a pre-order campaign for him, because I definitely want to.
I will be partaking.
I will for sure.
You know, I really struggle with it. Right. I really struggle with it. Okay, y'all, let's get into this last sprint. We're gonna do another. Well, what do y'all want? 30 or 45? Last time we did a 45 and a 30. Last week, I mean,
that would get us closer to the 2 hours. And you could be like, you'd be right at end when we come out. Like, hey, read the comments and dip on out.
Okay, cool. Let's go back to this distinguished gentleman. Ben, you showed your
He
skin.
looks like he's judging you for not giving him his kibble on time.
Right. He's like, in 45 minutes, if I don't have it, it's a problem.
Right.
That's all I know about it.
I will have words for you. I will have
I'm gonna
words
have
for you.
words. I'm watching the
I don't
clock
have words for the manager. I'll have words for you.
for you.
That's
I don't want to talk to the GM.
you and you only.
Right. That is dreams. That's the end of my last friend. Thank you so much for coming. We are 2 hours on the Dizzy dot. So if Shay's about to come back, I will let her do the outro. If you have any comments, hurry, put them in. Um, But otherwise, if you did not see our Riley conversation that released on my channel on Tuesday, you missed a treat. But it was just a premiere. It's just been Shay and I are there in the chat talking about what we're saying on the screen. But it's still on my channel as a regular video, so you should definitely go and watch that. We talk about so you want to be a good beta reader, or so you want to be a beta reader. We talk about all the things that make a good beta reader, things that make a not great beta reader. From the reader perspective and the writer perspective, which I think is really valuable. Because a lot of us who read also write, and it's just useful to know how to move in both of those spaces as appropriate. So go see that video if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't joined my Patreon, let's switch it. It is a Patreon that I do with a friend that is called Legends of Two Black Girls. The link is in the video description. We share our fanfic. It's a Naruto fanfic for now, but more fanfics to come based on what our patrons want to see. And Naruto has a huge fandom, so that's a safe first fanfiction to do. So if you are interested in my writing and my support of Black writers, book is TBD, but the fanfic is right here, right now. So definitely join on Patreon. There's a free, there are things we have on there for people to see for free. And then if you want to see the full fanfiction, it is a $3 membership. You pay $3 a month. I think we can handle that. But if you can't, the free offerings are there for you. You get snippets of the fan fiction. So you can also just look at the free stuff to see if you are vibing with what the content is and is gonna be. So if you haven't joined my Patreon, A Legend of Two Black Girls, which is me and my friend Rose, who love anime and writes Black characters into our beloved anime, then you should definitely go and check out Legend of Two Black Girls Patreon. Link in the description. There's stuff for the freebies. There's stuff for people who want to make a commitment of $3 a month to become a paying patron. Alrighty, Shay, how'd that sprint go for you? Do you have any outros?
Let's see. I got through 4 chapters of Monsters. I'm 30% through the book, so hopefully I can finish before the end of the day. I like to be done with it sooner rather than later. So, yeah. So you're muted. I can't hear you.
Did you say you were reading Monster?
Monstrous.
Oh. I was like, that's a hard book to read. Surprise you're reading it.
Yeah. No, not.
Okay. Yeah, Monstrous. Okay, you were enjoying it last.
Yeah. It's so the only Black people in the book are the family, and they're not the best. So there's that. And
So it's time to
then
wrap it up.
right. And then she's pining after somebody, and
Oh man.
they only been in the town 6 weeks. So you just like this in love with this girl. And okay, all right, author, these are all choices that you made.
These are the choices. These are the choices.
Do what you gonna do.
Interesting. You
I'm
waiting on Blood at the Root. We are waiting on Blood at the Root. Okay. Well, that's that on that.
Yeah, I'm waiting, desperately waiting.
James had some dinner. Dina did research. KJ is also cooking. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. If you haven't already, please hit that like button so that I know that you liked it and whatever it is for the algorithm.
Um, we will see y'all, yeah, next week if the Lord so says. And y'all have a wonderful week. There is an increase in COVID cases. They never really went down, just because less people, pay attention. But anyway, but it's flu season, so it's, a lot of things are getting passed around. So, COVID or not, now's a good time to consider re-upping on your vaccines if they've lapsed and to wear a mask wherever your vaccination preference is. Wear a mask because you don't want to give anything or get anything. And you're going to be around people who are immunocompromised. So just be a good citizen of the world. Maybe one day Britt can get back into the Discord. We don't know the day nor the hour when it shall come. But maybe one
I
day,
keep saying, I said you just need to create a new one. Just create a new one.
that will require me remembering when I'm not thinking about it. And, look to the hills. Look to the hills. Okay, y'all have an amazing weekend. Be safe out there. Bye.